Okay, hello, good afternoon everyone. Okay, here is with me is a 2020 internal BCE question on vectors. Okay, so the question says, in the diagram ABC is a straight line. Okay, we have that vector AB is equals to this, vector AC is equals to that, vector BV is equals to this, and vector AM is equals to this. Then this is the vector. So before solving anything on vectors, we should understand two things. Okay, there's what we call the magnitude. Okay, the magnitude. The magnitude. Okay, sometimes it is called a size. Okay, we also have the direction. Okay, the direction. So those two things, they are very important whenever you are doing with vectors. When we talk of size, we are talking of the size of the vector that we have been given. When we talk of magnitude, when we talk of direction, we are talking of the movement of a vector. Okay, so let's say this is A vector B, then this is B vector, this is AB, then this one is BA. So the moment you move from vector A from B to, the moment you make this vector, okay, you are going to have a negative, a positive. The reason, because, okay, because you are what? You are moving. You are moving in the same direction. The same direction, okay, with the arrow. Okay, that is the reason which we can give. The vector AB is equals to positive because you are moving in the same direction with the arrow. What is for vector B, vector BA? Vector BA is equals to a negative. The reason, because you are what? You are opposing. Okay? You are opposing the what? The motion of a vector. The motion of a vector. Okay, make sure you have this information in your head. Okay, vector BA is a negative because you are opposing the motion of a vectors. Okay, meaning you are moving from B to A. The answer is a negative. When you move in the same direction with the arrow, the answer is a positive. Okay, so can we have a look at this question now? Express in terms of PQ and Q and K. Then vector AM. Okay, how do we get vector AM? Since you have that information in your head, how do you get now vector AM? So, vector AM, let's say this is my number 1, vector A. So, vector AM is equals to what? Vector AM is equals to, we check vector AM, meaning this line, they mean this, they are dividing this line into two equal parts. So, we check again there on the statement, which says AM is equals to MB. Meaning the distance from AM and the MB is the same. So if here it is 2, also there it is a 2. So let's look, we have 8 on the middle point. So we are going to have a half divided times what? Times 8 vector P, which is equals to what? To 8 vector P over a 2, which is equals to what? To 4 vector P. So in this case, vector AM is equals to 4 vector P. Then we come to B. Okay? Roman numeral 1, B. Okay? So B is AV. B is AV, vector AV. How do we get to vector AV? Vector AV, meaning you are moving from A to where to V. Do we know the vector here? No. For now, this road, it has been closed. So we have to look for the open road. In this case, the open road is vector AB. So vector AB is equals to vector AB. Okay? We are moving in the same direction with the arrow, and we maintain there it is a positive. Then BV, we are moving in the same direction with the arrow, it is a positive. So it will be BV, like that. So, after forming that equation, what is next? We say equals, what is AB? Is 8 vector P plus. What is BV? It is, open bracket, negative 6 vector P plus K vector Q, cross. Okay? When you continue, you say 8B vector P minus positive and negative, negative will dominate, plus vector P plus vector Q. Okay, so like terms we subtract here, like terms we add or subtract, we look at the sign, we subtract. So it will be a 2 vector P plus K vector Q. This is our answer. So after finding those answers, what is the next question? The next question is Roman numeral 2. Let me give you 2 minutes to copy this. Okay, I believe by now you are done copying. I can lab now. I can lab. Okay, so we just write the answers somewhere. So here we said a Roman numeral 1A, the answer is 4 vector P. Then Roman numeral B, the answer is 2 vector P plus K vector Q. Okay, so after having that information, we calculate now for the second question, which is Roman numeral 2. What is Roman numeral 2 say? Given that AV is equals to AC, vector AC, by forming an equation involving P, Q, H and K, or otherwise, find the numerical values of K and H. Meaning in this question, they want you to find the values. Okay. The values for what? K and H. How do you get those values? You follow the question. Okay. The question says, given that AV, okay, so vector AV is equals to H, okay, is equals to H what? HAC. HA vector C. HA vector C. What is AV? You are from calculating AV as that one. So it's going to be 2, okay, 2P plus K Q is equals to H open. So what is AC? AC meaning you move from this point going there. It will give you 4 vector P plus 9 vector Q. And you cross. So you say 2P plus K vector Q, okay, is equals to this H which you are seeing here. It was not there in our calculations. So this H is called a scalar quantity. It's called a scalar quantity. This scalar quantity, it doesn't have a what? A direction. It only has what? The magnitude. Okay? So, what is next here? We calculate everything is a scalar quantity. So we are going to have 4H vector P plus a 9H vector Q. So when we check properly here, we are told that we should find the values for K and H. Those values, we are talking of numbers. Okay? Okay. So when you look at this, you have 2 vector Q is vector P is equals to this. Where do we have P? Is this one. So we say 4HP. Okay? Then we divide by a P. We divide by a P. A P and a P, it will go. A P and a P, it will go. Then we remain with what? A 2 is equals to 4H. Okay? Divide by a 4. Divide by a 4. A 4 and a 4, it will go. So H is equals to 2 into 2 is it's a 1. Over 2 into 4, it is a 2. So the first numerical value for h, it is 1 over a 2. The first numerical value for h, it is 1 over a 2. Then we move to the second one. We did this one. What are we remaining with? We are remaining with k vector q. So you copy k vector q is equals to, okay, what are we remaining with this side? It is 9h vector aq. Okay, so we divide by aq. We divide by aq. So aq and aq and aq. So we remain with k is equals to 9 times. What is the value for h? The value for h is 1 over a 2, which is equals to 9 times 2. It is a 9 over a 2, which is equals to what? 4, 1 over a 2. This is our answer. So thank you very much for having time to listen to my YouTube channel and for watching my first episode in mathematics under vectors. Have a blessed day.